Hi, this is Will Phillips talking to people who are in Rex Roundtables. For the last 10 years, everybody's been talking about competitive advantage and how do you distinguish yourselves and maintain your price. One of the things that's become very clear, not just in our club industry, but across all industries, is that we've entered a period of hyper competition. Everybody knows how to deliver fairly well. And so differences in delivery and the quality of program, equipment, facility are not as distinguishing as they used to be. It turns out, though, that there is one extremely overriding factor that still gives extraordinary competitive distinctiveness, and it's the human factor contribution. It's what your people can do that's different if they really focus on delivering at their full capacity. Most organizations have no idea of how to do this. We've got some terrific speakers at the IHRSA 2011 conference, 3 of them, which all focus on the human factor contribution from a different direction. I encourage you to read their books. I will be sending you summaries. We'll be talking about it in the roundtable, not just before but also after IHRSA. We're designing various assessments for you to use. There's a huge amount for you to learn here. First book, Tony Hsieh, Delivering Happiness. How can a company sell shoes online and make money? Well, Zappos figured out how to do it. And one of the things they have is an extraordinary human contribution factor. When you take a field trip there, when you're visiting Las Vegas, you will get, at least they always give out, one of their annual books, which is about this thick, where all the staff is commenting on their human factor contribution and the value of it. They call it their culture book. Next, Patrick Lencioni, one of the sharpest executive coaches around, has written this book on the 4 obsessions of an extraordinary executive. Interestingly enough, it's a reprise and a very elegant and simple form of everything I learned studying with Ichak Adizes to take an organization to prime. But he makes it simple and straightforward. If you do what he says, you end up really juicing up the human factor contribution in your company. The last critical speaker at IHRSA this year for you is Daniel Pink, who will be talking about drive, the science of human motivation. Now, many of you, I hope, have seen his YouTube with the candle experiment. If not, look for Daniel Pink and the science of human motivation on YouTube. It was a TED presentation. He gives extraordinary evidence here on how to design motivation systems that take into account accelerating, deepening the human factor contribution, and how to a large extent all the systems we use to motivate and reward people are not really on target. They're actually working against you and keeping you just like your competitors. Now, all of these books present powerful ideas, but they're a little scary because it's not following the industry. It's getting outside of the box and trying things that are very different. I'm totally convinced that as you begin to apply the human factor contribution, you will distinguish yourself as a club, you will have higher performance, you'll have happier, more long-lasting employees and members, and you will end up with a competitive distinctiveness which is extraordinarily difficult for anyone else to copy or reproduce. This is powerful stuff, and we'll be focusing on it all year in Rex Roundtables. Thanks.